mentioned in goal for the company, for company itself actually, we have our own goal for this year. Actually, we mainly need to focus on improve our profitability. We need to improve our efficiency, and also we need to improve our brand presence. This is three main goals for our this year. But of course, for the brand itself, which is our local brand, we always believe that actually we want to bring the good quality product to the people, so that actually they can having a worry-free time to consume the product, so that they can spend more time to accompany their love to someone they love.
Why and how did you get this idea to start a organic product?
Actually, I'm a person that previously also considered quite health conscious, because I'm the person actually quite like sport. I used to sport a lot. So actually, and my two partners actually, they start the whole organic moving forward is also because they are mothers. Because my two partner mothers died quite long ago, it's due to cancer. So actually, for us, we always believe that actually, if we try to choose for some better quality and more healthy food, it can help us to actually to stay much more healthier. Compared with actually, we take a lot of junk food, we take a lot of high sugar, high fat product. Yep. I like it also, but we need to control. Yeah.
As ex-worker of McDonald's, I can say that our nation we need the
Junk food.
fast food because it's
Fried
fast
food.
and easy.
Yeah.
Sometimes I also eat fast food because I'm the one who got no money to eat kan. So just iklan saja lah. Next,
Okay, so for your business, how do you formulate the strategies to achieve the goals by using SWOT analysis or any formula that you're using?
We used to have SWOT analysis discussion, even meeting over the years, which is every year, and we will sit down with our department and even our each HOD. Each department will doing their own SWOT analysis. Afterward, we will having a compilation of the SWOT analysis and have a 2-day, 1-night so-called summit together with all the HOD, head of department, to sit down and finalize what our final SWOT analysis, and then from the SWOT analysis we will set up our own company OKR.
So how often did you do that? Like you said that you submitted the
SWOT we will only do once a year, but for the OKR we will set the company OKR throughout the year, and after every quarter we will review our OKR and have a quarterly OKR. OKR is stand for objective key result.
Can I know what's your plan for business for another 5 to 10 years?
For another 5 years, actually we aim for IPO, and we keep on searching for some M&A, merger and acquisition opportunity as well. Of course, we will continue to expand our e-commerce. For coming years, actually, we also put more focus on our export market as well.
Do you have any like you have a certificate of trademark?
Yes.
can you tell us your trademark?
Hmm?
Can you tell us your trademarks?
Our main trademark is our local brand. We trademark the logo itself, and of course, for formula wise, actually, currently we just start another trademark for our formulation. It's mainly focused on beauty and collagen sector, which is we will come out some new replacement product with our own formulation, with trademark formulation as well.
So how the company gonna adapt its plans in response to internal or any external changes?
Adapt plan in response to internet and external change. Keep on make changes.
Changes along
Changes is always something that never changed. Okay, this also means that actually we need to continue to make the improvement and changes lah. Because world market, even though people's is continuous changes, if we are stuck on somewhere, actually it's not possible to move forward as well. So we always tell ourselves during meeting, during our all the discussion, we always need to remind ourselves we need to continue to make change. We cannot be comfortable. We cannot be comfort in some way. Yeah.
So this one you tell us about OKR. So for OKR itself, is it before you make OKR, did you use the SMART for specific? Is it measurable?
Yes.
Achieve?
It has to. Even though not only for OKR, even when you want to set the goal for your personal as well, always need to ask yourself, is that smart enough? If something that you cannot be measured, something that you cannot be to achieve, it's better you don't set. Just like I cannot suddenly set the goal that in tomorrow or even though in next quarter we need to be the number one in Malaysia, or even though I want to go IPO for the next 2 quarters, it's totally not possible. It's impossible. So whatever goal, whatever thing we need to set, need to be smart always, so that the team will be also have the confidence to move forward together. It's just like it's not like drawing a picture for people to just for fun.
Okay, so how do you organize this company resources? For example, for department human resource, then financial, then maybe operation. How do you organize this department?
Okay, every year throughout the summit, like I mentioned just now, we also one of the topics we will talk about the budget planning. So we will allocate the budget for each department. The budget itself actually will be in monetary and also resources of manpower. So as a department head, or even though we need to plan out for the coming years, how we want to use the budget, how we want to use the resources, as in when we want to spend for it, how many people we want to hire, how much cost we need to be invest into the business, into the machinery, or how much we want to spend on the staff welfare, any particular benefit we want to have included, like our overseas team bonding, overseas trip, or even though our anniversary dinner and all those things, we need to plan ahead. So with the proper planning, we only know what we will be expecting in coming years.
So I have to ask question about the structure of the company. This decision is made by you three, or you have allocated meeting teams?
Not really. If you talk about company direction, it will be confirmed by 3 directors. But when you talk about the department decision, most of the time we will give the authority to the department manager to make the decision. Even though we always believe that if you want to grow someone, you always need to put the trust, give authority to the particular person also. We always try to give some authority to our even table leader, even our executive level, or even our senior staff, to make them to have the authority or even the sense of belonging to making the decision. Even though it's a small decision itself, we always need to give some trust for them to grow them.
So after all, we always come back to trust you.
Yeah.
So for this, do you divide your organization into smaller teams, right? Like recruiting teams, accountings.
In our whole company, currently we have 106 people. In department wise, we are separated into our operation team, our sales team, our marketing team, and together with our HR team, and also our accounting. But of course, there is a different division under different department as well. Yeah.
Based on your opinion, do you think that your organization structure can help you achieve good?
Yeah, of course. Like I mentioned, need to put more trust to the team member. So whatever people we hired with brought into team, we always name it as one of our family member. So we always give the trust, give the belief to the family member in order to let everyone keep the company go together.
So does your employees work on just one project or multiple projects at one time by their skills or how?
In SME, we are very hard to actually only work for one thing in one time because we have limited time. So at the end of the day, every single people in the team need to go all out to work wherever we can. There is some period of time we need to handle few things in the same time. Yeah. So it depends. Of course, some of the big project we will focus. We will try to focus each small improvement in some time. That's why we have our quarterly OKR to split out the whole big item into a small pieces so that we can have a small achievement every quarter.
So you mentioned you only have 160 employees, and you also mentioned that you got multiple projects in mind. So what is the strategies to this?
The strategy, I will say, separate into small pieces.
So it's like shoe and add making one project and then
Yes, if you talk about some particular project, we will find a accountability person, which is a person in charge for the particular project. Then the person will be lead the whole project. So the other people will be considered as a support role for the particular person to moving forward. But of course, for some of the things that actually related to the department itself, then the department itself they need to settle within their department. If the particular item or the activity is actually related to inter-department, then we will form up a multi-department group to continue move forward.
So for leading analysis, do you consider your leadership styles like authoritative, participative, or democratic?
Where is my leadership style?
Dia pekerja, right?
I would say maybe more in participative. Yeah, because I don't like to make the decision by myself. If the project already giving to someone, I hope they can make their own decision and even they can having the authority to make the decision. Because this is for me is like more about like trust. If you don't trust the people, don't give the project to the people. So when the particular job, particular project already pass on, then we just as a advisor, as a monitor, to make sure the thing is continuous moving forward.
You always mention that you have to trust your people.
Yeah.
I respect that. So as a leader, how do you motivate, inspire, and guide your employees?
Money.
Money,
Nah, just
okay.
kidding. No lah.
Okay, that's one of the
That was the important thing.
yes, but I will say
me myself also, why I want to continue to moving forward is because I need money. I need money for my family, I need money for my life. So, but money at the end of the day, not the only thing that make people to moving forward. Just like example, if today I give you 100 ringgit as a money, but I make you so unhappy, you would continue to moving forward together. So at the end of the day, money is just a basic. But in order to moving continuous, I will say at the end of the day, we need to treat people like treating like family. We need to make sure everyone working here is actually happy.
So for you, the most important thing is kebajikan your workers.
Yeah. In terms of we try hard to giving whatever our team needed. Some benefit if they request, if within our budget, within our ability, we will try to give it up. But of course, need to be a fair trade to company and the employee side. So at the end of the day, we need to make a win-win situation to move on together. We always say the time we spend at company actually is much more longer than the time we spend at home. So at the end of the day, if you are not happy here, your life will be really difficult. That's why we need to make sure everyone here is can enjoy their work.
Oh my god. I'm not saying anything about my workplace, but so next question. So as a leader, how will you communicate to make alignment with one to another department?
I will say communicate closely. Meeting just something that is a weekly basis. Sometimes it's even though it's a monthly basis. If all the communication only depending on meeting, so there will a lot of delay will happen. So at the end of the day, whatever we communicate, we make decision. We need to keep on communicate throughout. We have a lot of apps right now. We have WhatsApp. We have different kind of software in our phone. Make sure actually at the end of the day, the communication is continuing to passing out. So at the end of the day, I have to admit also there is a lot of communication in our bottom worker until top management. Sometimes it will be have some miscommunication. I have to admit because sometimes they also don't hope the particular thing is passed until the top management. But as for me, I will try hard to understand more, as in try to have some casual talk with some people to try to understand more if possible. So I also keep on remind myself is to spend some time if possible to talk with more people, so that we may get more info and input from different people.
Do you have any systems that you use to communicate or any channels, and is it effective, or do you think that communications face to face is more efficient, or
for me, of course, there is some important notice or some very generic notice. We still use a traditional way like memo, even though official announcement, all those things. We will announce throughout our town hall, our monthly meeting together, some of the important notice. Some we also will be send out email, or even though we send out official announcement throughout our TikTok apps. So to make sure everyone will receive it, even though we will repeat again in our WhatsApp group as well, because we have another WhatsApp group is mainly for more casualty. But of course, most of the time, a lot of people also not there to talk over there. Okay, of course, at the end of the day, I more prefer on face-to-face communication because it's more on relationship, emotion, everything you can express.
Sometimes when you in WhatsApp, people can take it.
Yes, even though people always can erase wherever they already type.
Yes, I know. Okay, Shu describe you as a friendly and cooperative partner in this company. So do you believe that you have to be a friendly boss but draw the line, or a boss that was interpreted by the employees?
In order to make people afraid you, it's better make people respect you. This is what I always remind myself. To make people to respect you, at the end of the day, we need to always do what we say. I will say. So at the end of the day, I doesn't believe that someone afraid you will make things happen better. So at the end of the day, people can be afraid you to do something in front of you. At the end of the day, when you're not around, they will do something else.
So that's how you your idea in employee engagement and development. Sorry. So that's your idea in foster a positive organizational culture, right?
Yeah.
So I should also tell me a story about how you always treat them coffee or something. Should have said a lot of positive things about you, you know. You should give it this. Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. So moving on to the next topic, control analysis. Zul?
Okay. My question, the company does have meeting every day, right?
Not really every day. We have some of the meeting is weekly basis, some of the meeting is bi-weekly, even some meeting is monthly. So it's depending on the necessity of the particular topic or even the department. Like each department majority also have a department weekly meeting. Of course, HOD itself we only make twice which is bi-weekly. And we have our monthly meeting for whole company from top to bottom, which is our family gathering once a month.
Next.
Okay, so there is the machines at the factory, and is there any SOP or you selalu akan guna SOP tu untuk all the department or just for the factory?
Depending. If the particular thing is related to everyone, we will set out a fixed SOP must be followed by everyone. No matter you are top management, even though it's just an operator, you also need to follow if the particular thing is related to you. Example, when we talk about applying leave, we have a fixed SOP that you need to apply your leave 7 days before. This is because we need to have a good arrangement and good communication in between the team. So no matter you are a manager or even though you're an operator, you need to follow this particular SOP. So of course, there is some SOP only related to the particular department there. The SOP is only go with the particular group of people only.
So how about the machine use?
Machine use. Our
according to take care of the high quality of the product and take care of the machines itself.
machine use. What kind of machine you have mentioned here?
At the factory.
Understand your question.
Like what is the machines used in the company according to the standard operation, which is SOP, correct and high quality instructions.
Actually, I really don't understand the question.
Ada dia study
Jadi yang tadi kan SOP yang tadi kan.
The next question.
Next question.
measure the performance against the predetermined standards?
We used to have KPI and also OKR. Each and every people in the company actually have their own KPI record, which is the KPI at the end of the day will be affected to the personal bonus and even their increment. Yeah, so KPI is a stand really important thing for us, and we will having our KPI review every quarter as well to make sure we have an alignment in between. So the particular employee also will be understand that what's their rating at the current period of time. So we hope they will continue to make some change and improvement accordingly. Because we do want to have a misalignment, especially when the period of time we haven't giving out bonus. They will only realize that how come my bonus so little. Then we only mention to them, because your whole year contribution, your whole year performance is on that part. It's a little bit too late for the particular person, or even though it's really difficult to the company also when we want to pass out the message.
So next, opinion.
In your opinion, what is the effective of control system in your company?
Control system.
Now, what he means is, do you think that your SOP, banyak terangkan lah.
Okay.
I'm also lost, quite lost.
If you're talking about effectiveness of anything, no matter it's an SOP or a system of something that we create, when you talk about effectiveness, I would say a review is very important role in order to make things happen. Because whatever you set here is never be perfect. You need to continue. We always say plan to check act. So when you plan something, you already create, which means you already do it. Remember, you always need to recheck it again. Then make some action to make the improvement on it. Yeah. It's like continuous improvement is a very important thing we always need to do.
So what the company need to balance for control with the autonomy and creativity of its employees? How you balance it by the autonomy and creativity? Which one do you prefer?
If you mention about prefer, I will say actually both also important, because sometimes if the staff or the particular member actually they lost in some way, they need some opinion in some way, then that period of time we need to stand out and giving some idea or even giving some direction and advice to moving forward. So at the end of the day, if you mention about the balance, I will say in order to make the balance, we always need to sit down and talk. Then we only know what's the challenge or what the particular thing is happening. Then that we need to have the new alignment on it.
So which one like most of the either autonomy or creativity that you use in your company?
If you have a strong autonomy, then you will loss of creativity, because autonomy itself, you mentioned that you talk, you make all the decision. When you already make the conclusion, people don't have any new thing will be coming out because you already make the final call.
So what you're saying is we do balance between autonomy and creativity.
Yeah. Let the team talk first.
Sorry?
Let the team talk first.
And then you gonna
Then we make the
Yeah.
conclusion. Yeah.
mentioned a few systems that you implement in your company, right? So does the system that exists use for it for their entire?
If you mention about system can be a software, can be some SOP or something that we will fix. If the SOP that we already fixed, I would say the whole SOP concept, like we have ISO, we have such a CCP, we have all the certification. All these certification will actually come up with a lot of different SOP. So all this is something that actually we are making hard to make sure everyone is actually is following. Yeah. So because in our mindset, the certification itself is not something that actually we only do it in order to as a marketing purpose. I believe there is some company that actually maybe they just want the particular certification, just do it when people come to audit. So after audit, they will just put it aside. This is not how we practice. We always mention that whatever we do, we need to make sure we also believe ourselves and we can actually accept it by ourselves. So make sure whatever we do is actually follow the standard that is already set. So the standard itself is set for follow. It's not set for just for fun. Yeah, so I will say whatever SOP I already mentioned, we need to make sure people understand it and follow it.
So the last question I want to ask, is there any you just use SOP from the certificate that you get, or you have your own SOP for your business? Did you have your own?
It's an interlink, I would say. At the end of the day, everything is an interlink. So in order to have SOP out of the certification, I would say at the end of the day, that thing will be more related to about core value. Core value is something that we continuous to mention in our team and our company also. We have a total PLETCH core value, which is positive, learn, trust, honesty. H is honesty. Efficiency. Teamwork. So this is something that we always ask ourselves. If anything that out of the SOP we didn't mention, we didn't have any SOP on that, then we will ask that is the decision making or the particular thing already fulfill our core value.
So before you wrap up this interview, so anybody has any question? Okay, so I have a question. I always have a question. So for 15 years that you from start to now, what's the biggest change that you face?
People.
Can you understand? I know.
People is the most important asset, also is the most difficult thing to handle. Because every single people have different mindset, every single people have different opinion. So at the end of the day, how we want to link and bind everyone together is the most challenging part. Like we mentioned just now, money is not something that the only thing people concern. So we always need to think what's the most important thing beside the money for every single people.
So, anything? Before that, do you have any advice for younger generation in starting a business?
Work hard no longer is something that not mentioned that is important. If you ask me 10 years back, I will say work hard. But now, in order to starting a business, I will say consistency is very important. Because sometimes, in order to see a business success or not, the minimum time you need is more than 3 years. So at least 3 years you need to have a review to ask yourself, is this something you want to continue? If yes, then you need to make sure you have the focus and the consistency on your particular business. Being a boss is it doesn't mean that you have a better title, because nowadays a lot of people want to start business because they just feel like want to become a boss. You make the surrounding feel why you are even better, why you have a boss title. People call you a boss. I will say actually it's not about title. Being a boss actually you have more responsibility to the team.
Bigger titles, bigger responsibilities.
Yeah. We always even though when I talk with other business entrepreneurs, we always mention that today start a business, you're not only feeding how many people. Like if you have 5 people in your team, you're not only feeding 5 people, actually you are feeding 5 family. So the responsibility itself is very important, that you need to make sure whatever you do is actually you need to put responsibility for the particular team member also.
Well, my older sister and my mother always say that I don't need title, I need money. I need bigger money. They say you can take a title because I don't need bigger responsibility.
Yeah.
It's like, but sometimes you know why? I mean, you can become the boss, right? So, well, when I go into the working itself,
Yeah.
I mean, oh, now I need this money, I don't need bigger title.
I want to ask, what is your opinion by working with people and become a boss? Which one is? Do you think, what is your opinion with the both of them?
If you, it's a very fun factor. If you're asking someone is working with others, they will say, I would rather to become a boss. If you are asking a boss this question, actually a lot of boss they will say, I would rather work with others. Because at the end of the day, different situation have different responsibility and difficulty. So no matter today you are work with others or you work as a boss, you just need to enjoy the journey and be responsibility to what you have to be. So today as a boss, I just need to make sure I need to take the responsibility and make sure the company is going well, so that we can bring more benefit to the team together.
Speaking from someone who started from so I want to ask maybe last question. So the most I mean maybe moment or proud thing at the journey in your career, so what the thing you feel like you most proud of?
For this actually I recall back the most happy moment actually throughout my whole entrepreneur journey. Actually it's not about the company sales can hit to how many percent, we can achieve how many money. It's actually there's a time that actually one of our team members come to tell me, I managed to buy a car, I managed to buy a property, I managed to buy a asset. So actually there's a time, the proud moment that I felt, which is there's few of our team members actually they follow us, start work from us from an operator until today. Some of them become a senior, become an assistant manager. So they grow together with the company. They grow as in they grow their family, they grow their lifestyle, they grow their asset together with the company. They have their achievement together with the company. So this is something I feel more proud rather than just in the business.
I have a question.
This is the
How do you think or help and mentor for assistant in your business?
Sorry?
you can speak Malay.
Macam mana? Okay, sorry. Macam mana bertanya kepada Jason jaga kesihatan and mental untuk kos assistant, your company single started.
Which means how can I maintain
Ah.
my personal health and the business
Yeah.
lah? Manage your time, I will say. So, of course, if you ask whether I getting not healthy, because I getting fat also, currently, because my personal planning, like I have a baby just born, so my time management is not come to stable yet. So at the end of the day, I will say in order to make a balance, you need to prioritize what you want to focus first. So for me, I have no choice. I always make my business as the first choice. So at the end of the day, my family is my second. So coming is only come back to my personal. So in when this period of time, a lack of time. So at the end of the day, the first thing I sacrifice is actually my personal workout time. So I have no choice for the moment, but I keep on set a goal for myself, which is previously I do promise myself to have minimum 4 days per week to have a exercise. At the end of the day, I cut until to 30 in a week, but I give a challenge for myself. I need to at least start back once a week, which is I continuous to doing currently. So at least this is something I give the challenge to challenge and goal for my personal. Just like you all mentioned, smart is very important. So in this period of time, if I set the goal that I want to exercise continue like my previous time 4 times a week, it's totally not smart. It's not achievable at all. Because I still need to take care of my baby, take care of my family, and take care of the business at this period of time. So it's not smart enough. You need to ask yourself, so what is the smart goal? At least I start one first lah. If the one time I cannot make it in 1 hour, at least I start from 20 minutes. Is that possible? So at least I have the achievement of 20 minutes to make myself feel proud, feel good. So I can continue to duplicate to another second time, third time.
So they can
Start from the small.
small achievements.
Yes. So when you just now you ask about the what the advice for the business startup, I will say same thing. Split your goal into small pieces so that you have the sense of achievement to make yourself to continue to do it. Example, if you are open the store to sell pizza going, so starting maybe you totally don't have a business for 1 week's time. At least you sell a cook for yourself. How can I sell to one person first? This is your first achievement. So when you have the first customer, then ask yourself, how can I sell to 10 people? After 10 people, what's your goal? What move you need to do to sell to 100 people? So at least you have a step by step. Just like you playing game, you level need to complete one by one. Level 1, level 2, level 3.
Question. So, what did you do to retain your employees to stay?
To retain the people, I should ask you also, how can I retain you? I will say at the end of the day, make people happy lah. Make people happy is have a whiteboard included a lot of things. Happy as in monetary is a basic thing like we mentioned. Of course, out of money. So is the working environment is that actually suitable for everyone? That's why we also try to make the surrounding, make the working environment become better and better. We do take a lot of advice. People figure out the toilet is not good enough. We make some investment, make some change for the toilet. People advise about the surrounding. Recently, the transfer some apartments. The feedback is very hot. Then we try to see how to allocate the budget to add on more aircon, or even though we add on some fan. If we have limited budget, at least we make some change. At least people feel that actually company is take care of them, then they will take care to the company also.
So
I wanna ask, so you punya
Yes.
so you punya produk ni you just masuk macam boxer
Yeah.
aku
Jaga
Jaga
boxer,
boxer, waist boxer.
I see a lot lah you punya products masuk boxer so you should go and now. And do you have your own shop?
Retail shop, no.
So you just use the product for
Yeah.
distribution?
As our business model is mainly focused on distribution, we distribute to the retails. Because for us, open the retail shop is totally different model. People good in distribution actually doesn't mean that they're actually good in doing retail. Just like people actually very good in sell to face doesn't mean that the people actually know how to sell online. It's a totally different model. Unless today we manage to get a good tenants or particular party that actually they are really good in that particular field, we may consider to export into the retail field.
I think I once buy new product. Dia ada jual ni tak? Apa? Yang binti hitam.
That's sesame seed,
Sesame seed.
chia seed.
Chia seed.
Yeah,
Oh, I think.
yeah, chia seed is one of our main SKU.
Tapi dulu masa tu macam kita I tak cakap apa. I just tak didedahkan organic food because bukan nak cakap apa tapi organic food ni most ia biasakan dengan Chinese community lah.
Actually, the market is changing. I will say for the 5 to 10 years back, our main focus market actually is Chinese. I have to admit, because at the end of the day, organic is something that more premium and also actually need more education, as in you need to explore into more health conscious and everything. So majority people still, but for currently right now, actually a lot of even other races market is actually also taking a lot of organic and healthy products. Yeah.
Sekarang ni orang macam lebih fokuskan
Yes.
kan. But for the back 5 to 6 years ago, memang I kata Chinese yang lebih fokuskan kepada organic and other races lah. I'm not saying this because I'm racist, but
Yes, okay, no
I'm
worries.
just in my opinion. And I also have a Chinese friend. She also recommend me a good like health products. Or if I see a doctor, the Chinese doctor, she also recommend me steaks with meat. Why? I mean like that. Because I don't have any cakap apa? Ni pendidikan.
Yeah.
So, before we wrap this is already 4:50.
Yeah. Okay, so okay. In that case, I still also need to thank you for you all for coming today. So I hope you all learned something and you all get the info you all needed. Yeah. So once again, hopefully later you all have a safe trip going home. Okay. So in that case, I think we can end here.
Give me the picture.
Yeah, sure.